So what risks do you take with having a home business? What are the things that maybe may make you feel uncomfortable? If you're new on here, welcome. If you've been following me for a while, it's good to see you. My name is Brooke Oakes from brookeoakes.com, where you can find tips, tools, and resources to help you build your business on social media without paying for ads. And be sure to let me know what platform you're tuning in from because I'm live on several and I always love to see who's on here. So, what risks do you take with having a home business? I know a lot of people, when they get started, are really excited. Like when I first started my first business, I was so excited for the potential, right? I knew where I wanted to go, what I wanted to do. I wanted to make it happen right now. And the excitement overtakes you. Or I have worked with some team members who kind of they get started, but they're a little bit more shy and they're afraid of what could possibly happen. I've seen it go both ways. I was one of the super excited people. But so, what are the risks? What are the things that could possibly maybe not be for you? There are a few different things that I've experienced. I was in a few different companies before I finally found the one that I've been in for the last couple of years now. And so the first one is basically just getting out of your comfort zone. There are some people who are really comfortable with talking with people, and there are some people who are not. I When I first started, I did everything in person. I did all the home parties and the little restaurant get-togethers and driving to and from vendor events. And I'm not someone who's normally like the center of all that. So I had to learn how to be okay with that. But, now fast forward, everything's on social media. So you don't have to do all that driving. You don't have to do all those parties and everything, which is really good for people like me, right? Those who don't want to go out and everywhere, and maybe they want to build this business on the side, right? Maybe you're building it on the side of a job. Maybe you're building it on the side of what you're doing with your family. There are so many different things that you can do. There's so much flexibility, right? But you have to be mindful that it does take some time. It can be simple, but it's not going to be easy, right? You still have to put time into it. So there are those people who, you have to get comfortable with maybe talking with people. You have to get comfortable with possibly using a calendar or scheduling time, right? We always make things that are a priority. And sometimes maybe you have to step back and say, I need to do something else. One of the biggest things that I have found was video is something that tends to be like a big risk for people. People don't understand um, why video is so helpful, or they have roadblocks in their own head and they don't see video as helpful because they are afraid that they might not look like somebody else, or they're afraid that they're not going to say the right thing, right? And doing different types of content can be a risk so you're talking with those people and then you're doing this content. Maybe you're doing reels, maybe you're doing live videos, and you're trying to figure out, what it is. And sometimes you get stuck in your head and it leads to what is, for lack of a better term, comparitis, right? You're comparing yourself to other people because you see what other people are doing and you're like, wow, they can do that. Can I really do that? If they can do it, I don't know if I can do what they do. It's betting on yourself. How many times have you started something and not finished it? And then in the future, you don't want to do something, you don't want to try something because in the past that you didn't follow through, right? We always have the chance to take um, another chance on something. We always have the ability to change what we're doing. And it's those who actually step out and figure out what it is that they want to do or step out and try new things even. I am like one of the biggest people about trying new things and testing and trying because I have seen so many different ways of things to work. And personally, I get bored easy. So I have to test and try because I get bored, right? I want to see new things. I want to try new things and I want um, to make things work, right? So learning how to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, right? Whether it's talking to people, going live, doing something that you've never done before, learning how to be okay with that is something that some people see as like a really big risk. Another thing is being afraid of judgment, right? There are people out there who are going to have opinions. Everyone's got an opinion. Some people share them, some people keep them to themselves, but does their opinion really matter if um, you really want to do something right? If you have a goal in mind, if you want to accomplish something, why would you let someone else get in your way? Why would you let someone else decide whether or not you're going to be successful, right? I mean, think about it. You want to lose 10 pounds, and so and so says you can't because they've tried for years and haven't been able to. Like, that doesn't make sense, right? Just because someone else failed at something doesn't mean you're going to. There are so many people who have been able to do things that other people couldn't. It's just a matter of who's consistent, who hits it at the right time, and who has the belief, right? That belief, building that belief, super important. Because without belief, you're not going to put the work into it. You're not going to put the time into it. You're not going to do what is going to help you build that momentum. You know, if you are someone who is kind of questioning yourself, maybe because of what someone else says, or you're questioning yourself because of things you've done in the past, or the way things have gone in the past, you have to develop that belief and take a chance on, yeah, it could go wrong, but if I don't try, I'll never know. You know, you have to take a chance on seeing if there is a possibility. Mistakes. So, one of my favorite things that I love to say is that mistakes aren't the end all. Mistakes are just ways that something's not going to work and it's guiding you in the direction of the way something is going to work, right? That's what everything is about. You want to find the way that something's going to work. So, what are you going to do? You're going to test and try, or you're going to give up. And if you're someone who gets stuck and decides you want to give up, what if you're just like this far away? What if you are so close to your goal and all because you didn't take that chance on yourself? You didn't make it, right? So, those are just some of the things that I have noticed as I've been building my business on social media. And it's kind of one of those things where you have to decide what matters more to you. What's a priority to you? What are you willing to put, like, what effort are you willing to put forth? What effort, what types of things are you willing to do in order to make something happen? Because in the end, no one can do it for you, right? No one can go to work for you at your job. No one can build a business for you. No one can lose weight for you. Like, you have to be the one to do it. And until you make the decision that you're going to do something, you're kind of stuck, right? You're not going to get very far. You need to develop the mindset that's going to help you move forward, develop the mindset that is going to be what you need in order to keep going. So even when you're not seeing progress, even when you're not seeing success, even when you're just not seeing what it is that you want to see, maybe there is progress, but it's not enough. Or maybe, um, stuff happens, life happens. You have to be willing to hold that mindset of, okay, this did happen or didn't happen, whatever the case is, but I have another chance. I can try again. And that try again and try again is what's going to help you get where you want to go, right? So I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, looking for something to help you with your business, let me know. We had a really cool training last night uh, on like 8 simple steps when you're talking with people. So if you want that, let me know. I'd love to share it with you. And otherwise, thanks for hopping on here and have a great night.